Greetings all, Ferrari Man 601 here. Welcome back to F1 2017. Welcome to Suzuka. We're doing another classic race, this time in the Red Bull RB6. Last week I posted a video of a classic race using the RB6, but that one did not have commentary, so I want to do a classic race in all of the cars at least once with commentary. So next on the bucket list is the RB6. We're here at Suzuka. Stand by for one-shot qualifying. Down, start, finish, popping 7th gear in this RB6 from the 2010 season. This is a properly fast car. It is very quick in all the corners. The amount of downforce that it generates is truly unbelievable. If we're talking about cornering speed, this is the fastest car in the game, barring the 2017 Ferrari and Mercedes. It is just amazingly quick. I got confused there in terms of the adverb I wanted to say. Did I want to say amazingly or immensely? I wanted to say both at the same time. It is amazingly immense, this RB6. Into the hairpin here at Suzuka. First or second gear in this car. A little squirrely on the back end, no problem. On the power hard. Adrian Newey's side exhaust there blowing the diffuser. Using that exhaust energy to generate downforce, you really feel it. Of course, the F2004 is going to get us on the straights because it's got about another 120 horsepower over the top of us, but through the corners, there is no contest. The F2004 is one of the fastest cars ever, but through the corners, this one's got it beat. Unfortunately, the last sector of the lap here doesn't have too many corners. 130R is totally flat out for both the F2004 and the RB6. And then the chicane, the Casio Triangle, as it has been known on and off over the years. The F2004 superior horsepower brings it to the line first. However, we're not that far back. What is the time? It's good for second place behind that F2004. So, we've got some stiff competition out here. I know the RB6 can be faster through the corners, but down that final sector, that's where all the difference is. You see where we line up in Class 1. P2 splitting the F2004s. So, yes, we have got ourselves an interesting day ahead. Welcome to the grid here at Suzuka. We have a nice, bright, sunny day here in Japan. We are expecting it to remain so for the duration of this race. Lining up in P2 behind the Ferrari F2004, splitting the two F2004s in this race. Let's get the formation lap underway. Good burnout off the line.
Gearbox is responding normally. Make sure to warm up the tyres and brakes. Warm the tyres and brakes throughout the lap.
That F2004 is the target. I'm pretty sure I can get her through Sector 1 and maybe even Sector 2, but Sector 3, that is the differentiating factor between these two absolutely wonderful Formula 1 cars. Sector 3, unfortunately, it leads up to the line. I am not very optimistic about our chances for winning this race, but I also have to fend off the second F2004 while attacking the first one, so we've got our work cut out for us even though we are at the front of the field. You can hear that wonderful V10 in front of us. Look at the rear end there of the F2004. It's just pure eye candy, I'm sorry. .130R. Getting some good heat in the brakes there. And now we've richened up the mix, and we're standing by for the race start. The other F2004 drives straight through us. And And then we drive straight through it, and yeah, we're violating the laws of physics. Anyway, to the grid, we're stopped, we're ready to go.
The rest of the grid is forming up. Be patient and watch for the lights.
Everybody waiting to the last possible moment to peel off the line if they are in an even-numbered grid slot. However, we stand by for the lights. We'll try to get a good launch. We do get a good launch, and immediately we rocket off into the lead. Being a little cautious through the first couple of corners here because the tires will have cooled down quite a bit.
Strong start. Well done.
A strong start, nonetheless. I'll take it. However, one thing that Sebastian Vettel was able to do in this car was build a gap so quickly, immediately from the word go. I'm hoping that it wasn't Vettel that was able to do that. I'm hoping it was the car, because I am no Sebastian Vettel. Lots of squirreliness there still from the rear axle. Tires coming up to temperature. However, out of the hairpin for the first time, and now plunging around the long right-hander towards Spoon, we have a decent gap built up to that F2004. However, Sector 3 is our weak point relative to the Ferrari. Let's see how we get on. The Ferrari should be gaining all the time down the straight to 130R, and it is gaining all the time. I have no mirrors here. There goes the F2004. However, we're going to try and stick on her gearbox and see what we can do. Into the triangle. Look at how much space we're able to claw back under braking, but superior horsepower in the Ferrari. And she rockets away. The second F2004 is not far behind. But look at what we're able to claw back here in the twisty stuff. We definitely have superior downforce. To the hairpin, and now the Ferrari enjoys its horsepower advantage once again. Unfortunately, I've got no answer for the F2004. There's just too much of a horsepower differential. However, look at that, we're fastest in Sector 2. Sometimes there is no substitute for power. Look at that, almost the entire length of the start-finish straight is the gap. Even though we are able to claw back quite a bit of ground in Sector 1, I just have no answer to the horsepower. Horsepower notwithstanding, however, this is an immensely fast car. It's just that Suzuka is not the best circuit for it relative to the F2004. If we were against a whole bunch of other V8 cars, well, we'd be leading, without a doubt. But against the V10s, with 100, 150 more horsepower, there's no contest. The other F2004 seems to be nowhere, surprisingly enough. I was expecting a challenge from behind as well.
We think there's a viable strategy change available to us. Would you like to keep to the current plan or try the new one?
I don't know what the other plan would be. My only plan is to keep driving the wheels off of this thing and hope the F2004 in front of us breaks. I do have to say, though, I feel amazingly confident in this car. It's just, it goes, it stops, it turns, it does everything I want it to do. There are no surprises whatsoever. It is essentially on rails. The only thing I'm left wanting for is a little bit more horsepower. Aside from that, though, this is the perfect car. Setting personal best laps, but just can't. I just can't at all. We are controlling the gap behind, though. It's a little bit ugly. Get away with it. Or tires do end. Alright, tire wear is nominal. The gearbox in here is the best thing. It's just so quick. Engine temp's slightly concerned about that. Engine temp is running around 140 degrees C. I still would like to know what that is an exact measurement of. Where is that data coming from? Is that oil temperature? Is that water temperature? Is that an average of the two? I don't know. I do know that the oil temp in these cars can be rather high. The oils are specifically designed to work at these high temperatures. At room temperature, they have a viscosity effectively of water. It's amazing, these Formula One oils, but the water can't get above 100 degrees C because that's the boiling point. I understand the system is pressurized, allowing water to become superheated, but still, thermal efficiency has got to drop massively. The F2004 sets another fast lap.
Pit window is open. The pit window is open. The gap behind us is 2.6 seconds.
Pit window 6 to 12 here. I don't necessarily think I'm going to have to stop. Wasn't planning on it. Purple in Sector 1. Again, I am faster than the F2004 in Sector 1 and sometimes Sector 2 as well. But it's that horsepower for Sector 3 that sets us apart.
Some information on Larson. They're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
Larson, she's the F2004. She is slowing down. Look at this. No overtaking. She's got a puncture. Showing me the green. Look at that! That's P1. That's P1. Yeah, something happened to the race leader. I was hoping for that. Look at this.
Pit in this lap, but remember the speed limit. We'll be penalized if we exceed it. Keep
Calling me in
mind
for a
as
pit
you
stop.
approach.
We're going to stay out for a little while longer here. Tires are fine. I lost a bunch of time there negotiating around the stricken F2004, but I think I can build that gap up again. I've been consistently faster than the other F2004. Just keeping an eye on the tire condition. The fronts are going out faster than the rears, which is somewhat interesting. Normally I'm hard on my rear tires. At this point, I am seeing no reason to make a pit stop. Car feels fine. Tires are still okay. We're below 50% of their usable life. Staying out yet again. Gap to the other F2004 is 2.5. % wear on the gearbox, and that's the only component status that we are looking at. Everything else is at 0 because this car doesn't have most of those other components. No hybrid system, of course. No DRS either on a 2010 car. Did have an F-duct, though. Remember those. Already coming up on the MP44s up ahead. Hear those turbo engines singing away. They'll be getting blue flags to help me negotiate them. Expecting that any time now. Catching them right where I didn't want to. First one lets me go without any drama. Second one, he's getting blue flags. I don't want to catch him into 130R. And he also lets me by. Starting lap 9 of 13. 2.3 seconds back to the Ferrari F2004 in second place. Starting to feel the tires going off a little bit. Wow, he lost about 2 seconds getting around the McLarens. Look at that, tire wear effectively equal front to rear, left to right. That is the sign of a well-balanced car. Coming up to another lapped car. Looks like one of the Ferraris, one of the 412s. This is another bad place to catch somebody. This is my fast part of the circuit. Wow, look at this. It reminds me of Damon Hill holding up Michael Schumacher many years ago here at Suzuka. I lost 3 seconds in the first sector. The gap now is down to 1.3. The second 412 is coming up. Hopefully he'll just pull aside on the straight and let me through. V12 versus V8, straight line speed very comparable. See, that's how you obey a blue flag. You pull over and you let the other guy through. Your teammate could take a lesson or two. See what that interval is to P2. 1.4 seconds is where it's at. Tires still look fine and they still feel fine. We are in a trio of Williams here, FW18s and FW14s. I know better than to try to dive bomb up the inside there. He's pulling off to let me through, thank you. Telling me we've got 3 laps of fuel left. The gap to P2 is 2.3 seconds, okay. Starting to feel a bit more understeer now as the front axle starts to give out. We've still gone purple in Sector 1 somehow. As the fuel load burns down, the car does get lighter, which means it does get quicker, regardless of the tire situation, to some extent anyway. Eventually it does even out, and then you fall off the cliff. I'm just hoping I have another lap and a half before I fall off the cliff. Coming up to a 14B. Should get him on the straight pretty easily. Should get him on the straight pretty easily. There we go. Meanwhile, Larson, fastest lap. Apparently she has recovered from that puncture. Very unfortunate, I must say.
This is your
Final lap.
of the race.
Mix 2, gonna listen to them.
Some information on Calabrese. They have an issue with their car. They're going to be slow.
2.6 seconds is the gap between myself and P2. Rich in the mix up here for a moment. Go back down to mix 1, save ever so slightly an amount of fuel through the spoon corner. Tank is properly empty, this I do know. Again, Larson sets fastest lap. She has got to be very far behind though. Through the triangle for the last time on the power, coming down to the line. That's a win.
Great drive. We did it. Good job.
That's a win in the RB6. What a car. What a car. We beat the F2004s, albeit with some help. Unbelievable.
Here come our winning drivers then, out onto the podium at the end of a thrilling Grand Prix. The drama and excitement are over, and it's time to let it all sink in. Congratulations to our top 3 today.
Really, really fun race, actually. And a really, really fun car. That thing is immense. And it is possible to beat the F2004 at its own game. Really, really cool.
That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Ant and I, it's goodbye, and see you again next time.
We can see here from the lap times, my fastest lap, a 133.163. That is marginally slower than the best lap time set by the F2004 in P2. However, when we look down toward Marie Larsen there in P9, her best lap time is a 130.847. So I'm still 3 seconds a lap slower than the F2004, despite being better in sectors 1 and 2. 150 horsepower difference between those cars. That makes all of that time up in sector 3 for the F2004. So that's pretty cool to see, but it is possible with a little bit of luck to beat the F2004 with the RB6. Looking at the results here overall, I am obviously at the front, having started from second on the grid, and then you can see the results that came from that puncture for the first F2004. Really unfortunate there, but she does manage to beat out one Class 1 car, the Renault R26. Any DNFs? I don't think so. Nope. No DNFs for anybody. However, everybody up to P13 finished 1 lap down, so that's pretty sobering for those guys. But I've driven those cars, mostly. I haven't driven the MP44 yet, but I've driven all those other ones. I know how slow they can be, and, well, sometimes it's good to be the fast guy. So hopefully that was entertaining. I certainly had a bit more fun than I anticipated having with this one. However, hope you enjoyed. Thank you all very, very much for watching. For RB601, saying thanks, and we will see you soon.